Good evening, viewers. Once again, we are in the city of Thessaloniki. Today, we have come to the headquarters of Redeemed Church in Thessaloniki, the testimony ground. I am here once again with one of my colleagues, the chairman of International Equality Development Agency, Dr. Fasile. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Okay, let us go. And this is once again the woman coordinator of Greece in the place of Pastor Mrs. Florence Elezo, the wife of Pastor, the coordinator of Redeemed Church here in Thessaloniki. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Now, we don't have too much time to waste. We have to go directly to the questions. We have come here today to ask because I've traveled so many parts of Europe and other Western world. And the research, we find out that so many of the black people marriages does not last. So today, as a woman, as a pastor, a woman of God who has been married for a long time, we want to know why does it happen that way? When some of the women, you marry them from Africa, you bring them to Europe or America or any other place, at the end of the day, the marriage will not last. So as an experienced mother and a wife and a pastor, please, we want to know in your own opinion about this.
Okay, thank you very much. One of the reasons why it's like that is influence of Western culture. Some of them, they enter here and they never adopt the culture of Africa. They pick up from what they see from here, and then they begin to work on it. And in a nutshell, it will affect the marriage. Like in Africa, where we are coming from, women, they don't have freedom of speech. There's limit to what you can talk where we are coming from. Ineffective in gender inequality, can affect that. For instance, a woman has no power to rise and begin to speak without the permission of the husband first in Africa. But here, reverse has been the case. Maybe the woman can talk at any time, the man can talk at any time. There are things we ought to, put demarcation on. The second reason is what? Pressure from both family. It might be from the wife family or the mother or the husband family. At times, that pressure can come in form of finance. For instance, if the husband's side, the people that demand all the time, demand there's no money in the house, they after demanding, the wife in question might be angry and decide to call it off. The third reason is what? Is limited in number. Limited in number of women or men. For instance, if they happen to come to Europe and then maybe there's no, they don't have a comparable person to suit, for that same marriage, they might decide to go for any kind of woman they want or any kind of man they see at that time, in order to please themselves. And it might not be the right person the Lord has prepared for them.
Okay, Mommy, if I can comment, Doctor. For instance, you said because of the financial aspect of everything can cause this particular breakup or something like that. For instance, they said it's for better, for worse. And here in the Western world, you say because of the Western world or something like that. Today, we are worshiping, we are praising God because that is the religion the Western world brought for us.
Yes.
And we all adopted it in Africa. Then, how come now it's because of the Western world
Good.
that all these things are happening?
Good. Whereby they lack understanding, both lack understanding that in marriage God should be involved, and they should understand that what belongs to the man belongs to the wife, and what belongs to the wife belongs to the man, that they maintain a same account. I mean, there'll be a problem. But if both of them understand that they are running towards a common goal, that they have the same account, what affects the wife should affect the husband. The family of the wife belongs to the husband. The family of the husband belongs to the wife. Both of them should run towards a common goal. It's all about understanding.
Okay. Doctor, do you have any question about this?
First of all, thank you very much for being here today to answer us to some questions that we need to ask in order to make this video and to present some of the things that we're doing in Greece. As you know, our point is to combat the illegal trafficking of immigrants, of refugees from Africa into Europe. So what we need to know, first of all, this comes as a personal question. How do you feel as a pastor, as an African, on seeing people dying in the sea when they use these illegal routes in order to get into Europe?
Okay. I don't feel good about it. I don't feel good. But one thing we must know that there must be migrants. Why? Because they are all coming for a better future. That is why they are here. You can't stop them. The only way I felt that we can stop them, by the time the country, the nation in question, begin to take care of their migrants by introducing education, the country, in the land, the nationwide, make sure electrical facilities are there, hospitals are there, make sure they update everything. And we live in the world of computer, to make sure that there's computer school, there's everything, you know, they will never dream of coming out again. If all these things have been established in the nation, in the country, I don't think they will be able to come out. And then the second reason again, the government must deal with what? The traffic agency. In order to stop all this, they must deal with traffic what? Offenders. They must put a law that will enable them, a severe law that will make them to stop, because they are endangering people's life. So, and the government should try as much as to do something in order to enhance the country or the nation by helping them, releasing funds to them, to country or nation, in order to equip the youth. If they equip the youth, they will not dream of coming out. So they'll be able to further their education. They will be able to, you know, a better life,
okay.
A better life.
Okay, ma.
Empower women.
Okay, ma. Can I come in this particular about equipping these countries you are talking about? In Africa, we have all it takes, but we have bad government. That is the problem. We have all it takes in Africa. God bless that continent. If everything in Africa is properly managed, I don't think that me or any other person will come to.
That is why I earlier said the government need to come in to do something.
Okay. this particular thing is that some of our leaders, they call them they are corrupt. That is true. But the problem we have is not only our leaders, even the Western world, they contribute their own quota by making life difficult to black people, people in African continent. They will come out in the day, they will announce some aids, but in the dark, they will send AK-47. At the end of the day, so many people will follow one way or the other just to survive. So if we can make this world a better place, what we say in the day, we say it in the night.
Well, this is a point that as you saw, the technical expertise
Exactly.
exists, and the thing is that to make some partnerships out of mutual respect for both cultures, in order to understand, and we see that for so many years this mutual respect and this mutual understanding did not exist.
It's not there.
It's not there after so many decades.
Exactly.
So let's start from the beginning, from the very beginning, and let's create something new from the grassroots. To go there in Africa, to have the experts and tell them that we are not coming here as the experts. We are coming here as people who happen to know some things more, and we come here to assist in order for things to go better. And then the government can decide to do whatever they want.
Okay. Doctor, I have to ask you a question. You know, we are just talking generally. As a white man, now, how do you feel when you see people, too, dying in the sea as a human being?
It is, as they say, it is the end. This is the sentence that they use. That first of all, as a European, the Europeans are saying that as a European, for every person that dies in the sea, a small piece of Europe is also dying with him, because they die in the sea. They want to go to Europe, so this means that one soul, one person is lost, not because of Europe, but because of him wanting or her wanting to go to Europe. So we say that if one person dies, then a small piece of Europe is also dying with him. And we also say that which is a wrong sentence, this one, the end of the Western civilization, because if it is solidarity, if it is mutual respect, if these are the elements of the Western, as they call it, civilization. So these civilizations should not accept people dying. They should take some measures to prevent these illegal routes. And then, because this civilization has the need for people coming and work here.
That is why I last said that human traffickers should be dealt with in order to stop this.
Yes, but
Because it's not just easy to say you want to stop
yes,
migration. It's not easy.
This was the thing that we saw in our previous research when we visited the refugees camp, that an African told us that no matter what, I'm going to Europe. I'm going to travel by sea, I'm going to travel by boat.
Okay.
There's nothing that can stop me. And if I come back to my country, if they send me back, then I will feel as a failure to my family because I didn't make it.
That is what I earlier said, that government need to look into it. Like he said before, we are blessed, but we have bad government. You know, if they can really look into the welfare of people they are leading and do things rightly. I don't think anybody, if you want to come out, you just want to come out on holidays, not to just to struggle to die, you see. We are blessed, but they don't want to look into the welfare of people they are leading, and that is just the problem.
So we know some things that we can do from Greece with this company. But what else would you suggest that we do from Greece in order to assist?
Okay, that is what I earlier said, that the only way they can help is by releasing funds to the country in question in order to help, so that they don't bother coming out.
Mommy, sometimes I disagree with that, because all the aids, they said so-called aids they give, goes to few pockets, individuals. When they have this money,
Yeah,
they put it in their
I
pocket.
quite agree with
The
you.
only solution for this issue we are talking about now is just to go to grassroots, start making campaign, training people, training people, giving them skills
That's why-
and education. So when they are educated, like somebody like me, if I know what I know today, I will not be able to come to Europe. So
This is what I earlier said before, that the government in question, the government country, involved of these people supposed to create school. I earlier said it before, we're internet world. Should create school for the youth to increase their knowledge in area of internet, empower women. They can learn handwork. Some of them can learn sewing, hairdressing, how to make one thing or the other. You can create things for them. Establish school, hospital, facility. When one is sick, you go there. There are a lot of things one can do in order to help. By the time they are being occupied with all these things, they will not dream of coming out. But everybody wants to come out because there is no future in them.
okay. Now, mommy, as a pastor, we go back because we are in general questions now.
Okay. But only the marriage, we didn't finish it.
We come to
All
that
right.
because we are in general something.
Okay, sir.
As a pastor or something like that. Here in Europe, when we see the white people behave anyhow, we say racism. You understand?
Yeah.
Maybe he told you any other thing or something like that. But within ourselves, I'm telling you, within ourselves, we've been in African community, you have dealt with them. For instance, somebody from Ghana, somebody from Ghana is too far, or other African countries, in the same Nigerian country, inside the country, somebody from Igbo land, Yoruba and Hausa. They still do more than the things the white people do to us. So how do you say that? Is that racism or tribalism?
In that aspect, is tribalism. Yes. If one is not, we are not talking about Western now. It's tribalism. Because if you really we want to flow together, we must deal with spirit of sentimental spirit. We must deal with nepotism. We must deal with tribalism, for us to come as one in Africa. If not, there's no way we can move forward. I used to say, this is my own fantasy, that some of the whites are nothing like some of them. This racist spirit are not in them. Some of them. If I'm to grade, I will grade white 80% and grade my people 20% based on what you said. Now, why do I say that? Nigerian person happen to live with Congo, for instance. For the fact that you are not from the same blood, you are not one, which is not right.
Okay.
It ought not to be.
That's good. Do you have any other thing in this particular discussion? Because we would like to go back to that marriage issue.
No, there is nothing. I think that I'm okay. You can.
Okay. Well, let's go back to that marriage issue, because this is where the problem lies.
Okay.
The other time, there is this woman they married from Nigeria, and the husband took him and took her to US. She's a nurse, and when she got a job, they pay her more money than the husband. At the end of the day, but before the man married her, has already bought a house and make everything good. So, but due to this woman they pay her more than the husband. You know, this is a woman he married from their village that was begging him, please honey, marry me. So why I'm telling you this is that the outcome of that marriage was a disaster. At the end of the day, because of the man wants the mother to come and spend some time, and the woman said over her dead body. You understand? And the woman has already, due to the money she's making, she built house for their family, and everything about her family. She turned the children of that man against the man. So at the end of the day, the man was angry. He said, I have made all this before I married you. Now, because you're making money more than me, it's better for two of us to die. And he shot the wife, because not allowing the mother to come and spend some time. He said, over the house he bought, they threw him out of that house. So he said, instead of this to happen, it's better two of them. Like this happened in the US just few weeks ago.
Really?
Yes. Live. I have the video. They sent me the video, you know. So at the end of the day, how can we solve all this problem when a woman is making money out of more than the husband?
You know, the number one reason there is when there is lack of fear of God. When a woman or couple have fear of God, you will realize that God is the origin of that marriage. So anything you are doing as a woman, as a man, you must first of all present it to God, who is the head of that home, followed by that man. If they have the fear of God, they must understand that they have a common purse and a common goal. That money belongs to the wife, money belongs to the husband money belongs to the wife. And that is what I earlier said again, pressure from the family. Probably the parents of the lady have seen that, oh, now their daughter have money, you know. So they mantle pressure on her. Yes, better deal with your wife, better do the, you know. And she can listen, if she's a so stupid lady, she can listen to the voice of the parents and misbehave. Because number one, she lacked the fear of God, and coupled with the pressure from the family. And again, another thing that can cause it, when they fail to adhere the culture of where we're coming from. Where we are coming from, we have culture. The culture we have is that everything, if you like, have heaven and earth, it belongs to your husband. It's not your property. That is the culture of Africa. So it's not Western culture. So she must, when she failed to adhere, you know, the culture of where she's coming from, all these things must come up in marriage.
Okay. Now,
and another thing again that causes is infidelity in the life of a man or a woman. When a woman begins to look at, you know, Mr. A, there's Mr. A somewhere, and the man begins to look, there's another woman somewhere, and then the woman will not be able to open up to release all she has to the man. When the man begins to look outside, you know, at other women, or the reverse being the case, or the woman, you know, starts misbehaving, looking outside to other men. She said no. One day she will say, one day this man will do away with my property. It is better I don't open up to him. So things like that.
Okay. Now, in conclusion, because we are rounding up,
Okay.
we don't make. It's not going to be like too much. What can we do to solve all these problems?
Okay. Okay.
Battery is not running.
The reason why, how we can solve it, number one, there must be fear of God in both couple. Number two, there must be respect. Like where we are coming from, a woman is bound to respect the house, the husband, as the head of the home. Number 3, a woman must, both must not be extravagant. It causes it. Yes. Number 4, there must be mutual agreement in marriage. And there must be understanding, thorough understanding in both. Because if you understand me, I understand, there won't be a problem.
Okay.
But where there is no understanding, there must be coerce.
This is where we ramp up this particular.
Yeah.
This.
God is not interested in divorce.
Okay.
So they must know that. They must know their foundation, that God is involved in that marriage. So God will not tolerate divorce. They must realize this.
This is where we conclude this. Mommy, we keep on coming to you from time to time to ask questions. Yes, to understand. We are happy once again to come to you. And once again, Doctor, you are. We have to. We have to round up here. Welcome, Doctor. Once again, this is Daniel Akere. Please, from time to time, we keep on bringing you more videos. Please try to subscribe to our channel. The most important thing now is that we want to see a world where peaceful and equality reign in the whole world, where the blacks and the whites can live as the same. Because in this our generation now, the only thing that is the problem is color and the rest. But with the same blood that flow, in the same blood, a black man can give his liver to a white man to survive. A white man can give a black man liver to survive. This is the same organ. This is the same thing. So thank you once again. I'm praying that as God has started this, we will be in Nigeria as we planned, so that at the end of the day, you will see Africa will welcome all the races. We don't discriminate. Instead of me to discriminate against you in African soil, I will go after her.
Exactly.
That is the life we live. I protect you with my blood. You understand?
Yes.
Because we value visitors more than ourselves. Once again, we thank the pastor of this church, Pastor Elozoa, the coordinator. God bless you, sir, and God will keep on blessing you in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.